Hi, I'm Lisa Spelman. I'm the CEO at Cornelis Networks, and we are here at International Supercomputing in Hamburg, Germany.
Hi, I'm Ogi Brkic. I'm a Chief Product Officer for a semiconductor company called Black Semi out of Aachen, Germany.
Okay, thank you for joining us. It's great to have you.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and thanks for this interview.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump in and talk a little bit about what's happening in the HPC and AI market. It feels to me like it's all coming together. These workloads are converging, different, but a lot of commonality as well. What are you feeling and sensing being on the show floor and with customers?
Yeah, Lisa, thanks for asking that question. It was always about compute and how much compute we can put in certain devices and compare the teraflops and teraflops per watt. But right now, the compute is running out of steam because it's limited. It's waiting for data. There is a vast amount of data coming in, and how do we get the data closer to the compute is a real challenge. So networking, optimized networking, stuff that your company, Cornelis, is doing is very important because not only that you enable the scale up and capabilities in a data center, but you also improve performance.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I agree that networking is very important, but would you be willing to tell us a little bit about what your company is doing?
Well, thanks, Lisa. We are a small startup out of Aachen in Germany. We are building integrated photonic devices. And I say integrated, we are putting devices into the any CMOS process, and we're using graphene. Graphene is the strongest material on the earth. It's a single layer of carbon atoms, and we're building those into this any processors and trying to speed up the networking, trying to help companies like yours produce better product in the future.
Okay. So you are very aware of the challenges that customers face on using all their compute in the near term. Tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are on the future, because the technology you're building is, you have work to do. You've got to build this, prove it out, show it to people. So tell me what that end vision is that you're building for.
So yeah, we're going to start small. We need to prove the industry that what we're trying to do is actually reliable and scalable. So we're going to start with a smaller product. But the goal of this company, like a North Star we are focusing for, is a extremely high level of integration, putting the compute devices and switches and helping you create the optical switch and getting those components closer together, reducing the power, increasing the performance is really what we want to do. And we want to do it on a glass panel. Think about integrating entire server, entire rack on a meter by meter glass panel.
Okay, that sounds like a tremendous amount of innovation. And I think that's exactly, what this space needs. So for today, we're solving for this underutilized compute challenge by building the network out and making sure that we're addressing, message rate, latency, scalability. You mentioned scalability. These systems are getting larger and larger. Workloads are demanding more. Customers are demanding more.
Right.
When you look at the convergence of HPC and AI, do you see that over time they remain really separate workloads between training, inference, and HPC? Do you see customers converging on infrastructure to serve multiple workloads? What's your sense of the market?
See, in the past, the HPC was isolated market, but really AI starting from HPC, that's where the root of AI are. And be it inference, being training, being HPC workload, the networking is a very critical element of it. And flexible networking, one that actually allows you to interconnect it and connect the system in a way that really suits specific workloads. So be it inference or training, your networking, your software solution actually are super important. Congestion control, ability to connect packets out of order. All these things are something that is very important. And I think Cornelis is in the right path to get it done.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been an exciting time for us as we've brought our CN5000, our 400 gig product to market. And we are really working hard to solve those challenges. Like you said, the congestion management, the scale, the message rate, all those things that add to performance. And I think it's been fascinating to watch how, the inference workload especially has really evolved. Like it has become more compute intensive. It's become more network intensive. And it's taking on new shape with inference that feeds back into training. Are you seeing the same?
Yes. Look, how we consume AI is through inference. That is the way to consume it. That's where the real economic value happens. And they're becoming larger. They need to connect more compute devices. And latency matters. So optimized solution for latency, ability to kind of execute those workloads very fast, critical for a good experience in inference.
Okay. I've not really thought of that phrase of inference is how we consume AI, but it makes perfect sense. I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us and talking a little bit about the future of HPC, AI, workloads, networking, and best of luck with building.
Thanks for having me, Lisa. This was a real pleasure.
Great.
Thank you.